Hi there, Sandy Erickson here with Realty Group. I wanted to share an important update with you and some big changes here in our real estate industry that have officially gone into effect here and as a result of our recent settlement by the National Association of Realtors. So there are three key changes that you need to be aware of. Number one, buyer's agent compensation was removed from the multiple listing service. Number two, all commissions are negotiable. Number three, buyers are required to sign a contract prior to viewing homes with an agent. So now let's dig a little bit deeper into each one of these. So first off, the buyer broker compensation no longer being posted on MLS. This is a big change. Sellers certainly are not obligated to pay the buyer's broker. They never were before, but it was always part of our multiple listing service. But it won't be anymore. So buyers can still negotiate that the sellers pay on behalf of their closing costs or their compensation, but it's not required and can't be disclosed on the MLS. Negotiations of commissions, of course, that has always been in place too, but it's just kind of a reminder from the settlement that they can't be standardized and each property and offer will be individually negotiated to ensure transparency and fairness for both parties. And then, of course, the agent contracts for buyers. Again, this is another big change. All buyers must be under contract with an agent when viewing homes, even the first home. So it can be exclusive, non-exclusive, or even maybe starting to see some showing agreements. But really the requirement aims to make sure that, we're getting some pre-approved buyers through the houses, of course, but also that the buyers understand what their responsibility is in perhaps, paying for the representation. So while these changes are significant, certainly over the 23 years I've been in the business, here are my thoughts. So first off, I do believe that the vast majority of sellers are still going to continue to offer concessions or compensation to the buyers or the buyer's agents as a marketing tool to sell their property. I don't think it's viable to think that that would ever go away. I'm hopeful also that agents will now explain to the buyers through their contract signing that if it's not negotiated that the seller contributes to their closing costs or their representation compensation, that the buyer will pay all or part of their own representation. And I'm relieved that the agents will stop being door openers, I think, for consumers that have maybe expected to see a home without any knowledge of or even perhaps respect, for that agent and their time. So instead, the consumer is going to form a relationship with a buyer's agent to receive the representation that they deserve and ultimately may also be paying for. So at the end of the day, I'm confident this is going to be more of a logistical change in the long run versus a drastic change to our compensation or representation or kind of our industry standards. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The new regulations and the state forms have certainly changed, and it's causing confusion. It's causing incongruence between forms and regulations and agents and brokerage firms. And this is going to take some time to iron out, and I'm sure into 2025. And certainly already there's 80% of the agents that are only doing a small portion of our business. So there's a major lack of experience and knowledge and even professionalism before this uproar. So my biggest concern is for consumers. And I'm afraid that they could fall into the hands of a weaker agent that maybe doesn't understand these changes or doesn't have the access to the guidance needed to really ensure that their clients aren't maybe signing off on something that could cost them thousands of dollars or giving them the options to really make an informed decision. So please know that our team and Realty Group has spent countless hours utilizing many different resources to stay on top of these fluid industry changes. We are in the top percentage of realtors, and we're very committed to being the best we can be for ourselves, our clients, and the industry. So if you have any questions or concerns about these changes, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you navigate these updates and, of course, ensure a smooth, real estate experience. So always here, and I very much appreciate the trust that you have placed in me and our team. Thanks so much. Take care.